What's up, everybody? It's been a little bit. Pumped to talk today. So, you may have seen me kind of talking about, I have a new fire right now, a new passion, because what we've realized is there's a huge opportunity to start with the basics, start with the foundation, and really work to get our clients set up with the system that we talk about in this group. I've started a consulting program called Built Right Consulting, Built Right Crew, whatever you want to call it, and that's going to be the main thing that we push and we work with our clients on. It's a 12-week one-on-one program right now, and that will be the gate before you can sign up for any agency services, or maybe you don't want to sign up for agency services. So really excited because it's helping people implement the things that they need. It's not the fluff, not that. It's getting them a system that allows them to grow because of their efforts and not someone like me, allowing them to have a strategy and a process that their salespeople are immediately jumping in on, so that the business doesn't rely on the marketing. The business relies on the system. The business doesn't rely on the salespeople. It relies on the system. That's going to allow you a lot more control and a lot more growth and a lot more predictability in your business. So without further ado, let's talk about this. So our strategy for growing roofing companies, relatively simple, right? So what I wanted to talk about with you is, how are we able to, what are we doing when we take a client on? What are we doing when we're putting these strategies in place for them? It's a good question. It's a valid question, and one that needs to be answered. How are we going to make sure that the sales process and the marketing process merge together in a way that is doable for the clients? We don't want it to be technical. We don't want it to be complicated. We want it to be something that they're able to do themselves. So let me walk you through this. To start, though, what are the three main outcomes of having a good sales and marketing system? Well, I would say number one is a consistent stream of new sales and leads for your business that you can rely on. When I say you can rely on, that's really important. If you are relying on leads coming in from someone else, maybe a marketing company like me, and that's the main way that you're growing your business is through someone else, you might be in trouble. It's important that your growth comes from within, and then someone like me, a marketing agency, is able to just facilitate additional growth or pour some fuel on the already existing fire. Step two, what's the second outcome? Is a scale-ready marketing and sales machine that it's set up to grow as you grow. So what do I mean by that? Well, I've talked about this before, but imagine if a lead costs $100, but when you get one lead, you often turn that into two or three, where your competition only takes that one lead. All of a sudden, that one lead costs you $33 and someone else $100. So that's how you grow. That's how you win. It isn't some crazy hack. It isn't one person's just the best Google Ads person ever, or SEO is this magic bullet where they can do better than everyone else. That's really not it. It's all about what you're doing as the company owner. And that's something I can't stress enough. So we want you to have within your business a sales and marketing machine that's set up to grow as you grow. And that's going to allow you to be scale ready, because now you can handle the inbound leads. Now you can handle wherever they come from, because you're able to maximize every opportunity in a way that your competition currently isn't. That's how you win. That's how you take over. And then three, clarity around growth levers within your business. So how are you growing? What's going to help you grow? Is it more salespeople? Is it more marketing? Is it more whatever, a better production process? You're going to have a little more clarity on that, partially because if it's more salespeople, you're going to have capacity. You're going to have a clear capacity that you're currently able to do. And then you can know, okay, I just need to bring someone in because of overflow, not because I need a salesperson to generate me business. If it's marketing, okay, we have this stuff going. We just need to feed the machine a little more, feed the beast. So, okay, let's just spend some more on Google Ads or whatever. We want to give you that clarity so that every marketing decision you make isn't an experiment. It's just something that is exaggerating what's already working, not the thing that has to work. Otherwise, you're in trouble. So make sure to think about it like that. Guys, if you have any questions, by the way, let me know. I'm watching the comments and all that. So this is something, how are we going to do it, right? We're going to build and feed your sales and marketing machine. It's something that everyone needs to think about. Everyone needs to focus is if you have a good process, if you have your marketing set up and you have this machine set up, then you're going to be able to have this like foundation and it's going to produce results. And then all you're going to want to do is add more people into it eventually with additional marketing strategies. Feeding the machine is what we would call it internally. But I want to introduce a really simple concept, but it might be a little complicated, but we'll roll with it. A marketing flywheel. HubSpot is, if you've heard people talk about that, it's like a big CRM. They kind of really popularized this concept. But the idea is that your process should produce more results. So the simple way is strangers to prospects to customers to promoters to strangers to prospects to customers to promoters. So it goes in that circle. It's not they start here and then there's an end date. It's they start here and then they're in our cycle. They're in our ecosystem. The way you do that is by attracting people with some sort of marketing or with some of the efforts that you're doing, engaging with them, delighting them, obviously, and that's how they're going to become promoters. All in the middle of this is growth. So we want to make sure that you have something set up that really has the ability to take off and have that snowball effect. Just like in the movies and all of that, you see the snowball or whatever rolling down the hill and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We can create that within your business, but you have to do it. You have to execute on it. You have to implement it and put it in process. We can help. We can give you the best strategies to do it. We can work hand in hand with you and your team to get it done, and we will, and we do. But we want this to be because of work that you're doing, not because of work that we're doing. We just want to be the guide. We just want to be the person helping you get it going, because that's how you can really build a business that doesn't rely on others, but relies on a very good process. So 3 pillars, we'll run through this really quickly, is positioning. We want to make sure you're easy to find. And when people do find you, that it's easy to get a hold of you and all of that. That's SEO, paid ads, and all of that. But it's also just how you appear, your general branding, how easy it is to find you and how easy it is to get a hold of you when you do. Attack strategy. We can't just rely and wait on people to come to us. So we need to have a specific strategy for going to get new clients. And then scalable implementation. So what do I mean by scalable implementation? I mean, this needs to be set up so others can do it for you. As the owner, you can't do all of this yourself forever. So we need to have this set up and easy enough and put together in ways that you can have people doing it for you, but also so that you can track and hold people accountable to the system rather than to a sales number that you made up, or rather than, okay, I need my business to do this much revenue, so I need you to do this piece of it. That only works so much. You need to have a system. And if you can have a system that you know results in sales, then holding people accountable to the system becomes a lot easier, and it takes away a lot of the excuses. So sales and marketing machine, we'll skip through that. Let's talk about the journey. Let's talk about what it looks like once people are coming in. So lead comes in. It could be from door knocking. It could be from a cold call, or it could be from someone calling in, a Google ad, SEO, Facebook ad. Doesn't really matter. We're going to call this lead stage new lead. So they come in. That's step 1, right? We have to have them enter your world somehow. Once the appointment is set, so you talk to them on the phone, you collect the specific information, you go over kind of what you're doing, what they need. you're going to send out a batch of 25 postcards, 50 postcards. Just depends on your area. Some areas are a little more rural. Some areas have like those master plan subdivisions. That's kind of how I would make the decision on how many. So 25 postcards that kind of look like this. We're in your neighborhood. These postcards will announce your presence. So neighborhood announcement. Hey, we're coming to check out your neighbor's roof. On the way to the appointment, send a text letting them know you're on your way, and ask if their neighbors want a free inspection while you're there. So this isn't complicated. This is an easy thing to do, and not everyone's going to do it, but we want to plant that seed that you are wanting to work with their neighbors as well. You want to plant that seed that, hey, I'm open to working with everyone on your block. And I know that sounds really obvious. You would be surprised how, when you're not the business owner and when you're not thinking like that, it's not crossing your mind, oh, I should let all my neighbors know or anything like that. Here's the good thing. We're encouraging them to be neighborly. So this is an example. This isn't actually a real conversation. I'm sorry, but it does work. So, hey, Samantha, I'm on my way to your house for our appointment. While I'm in the area, do you have any neighbors that might benefit from a free roof inspection? So it's so simple. We just want to do that. Then you want to show up 10 to 15 minutes early. And once again, this is your salespeople doing this, or you to start and then eventually your salespeople. So show up 10 to 15 minutes early and put out door hangers that just say, hey, we're checking out your neighbor's roof. So they could be either just a basic door hanger, or they could sort of look like this postcard that we already talked about. So 12 to 25, we just want those, like the whole block, to pretty much be covered. Go in, have the appointment. As you're in there, ask them, hey, did you ever text any of your neighbors while I was there? So make them in person tell you whether they did or did not. That's going to give them, if they didn't, they're going to be like, oh yeah, sorry. Like, okay, let me do that real quick. They're going to have to like kind of tell you no otherwise. And some might, and that's okay. They might just need a second, but some might say, oh yeah, good. Yeah, I never did. Thank you. I'll do that right now. And you're giving them a chance to be neighborly, really. So after the inspection, after you find damage and you realize, yes, this roof needs to be replaced, you're going to go look around and see who took door hangers off the door. So you're not going to knock the doors in that 10 to 15 minutes. You're going to see who took the door hanger off the door. It might not be that many people, but they're already going to have gotten your postcard. Hopefully you have a nice, pretty wrapped truck, and that's in the driveway. And then now they have had your door hanger in the door. So, okay, go knock on the doors that took it down. Say, hey, we just talked to Samantha. We're actually filing an insurance claim, or yeah, we are going to go ahead and move forward. You just signed a contract. Your roof looks very similar to hers, and I think it might have some of the same damage, or I'd be surprised if you were able to miss the storm that she was had, or whatever. So do you want me to check your roof while we're here? So it's a lot. There's a reason that you're there. It's not just a massive interruption. There's a reason that you are there and that you're talking to them. So very important distinction from just like knocking an entire neighborhood. This is, hey, we're already checking out Samantha. You know your neighbor, Samantha. Okay. Do you want us to look at your roof too? And also remember, she may have sent a text message to them now. So how many times now have they potentially seen you? Step 1, postcards, this one. Step 2, door hanger. Step 3, maybe they got the text message. Maybe they saw your truck in the front yard. So we're hammering them with your branding, your logo, and the fact that, hey, maybe I need to get my roof checked out. So inspection scheduled. This is some examples of what the postcards will look like. Once the job is scheduled, we're going to send another batch of postcards, right? And that's going to be these. This is my main man, Cody. If you're watching, I love you. But this is going to be once the job is scheduled. So after that first appointment, maybe there's some adjuster appointments in between, and that would be more like case by case and how we're going to handle it. But okay, job is scheduled. We're going to send these out to the same people that already got the other ones. Maybe more depending on, once again, the setup. So that would be more case by case. We just kind of want to talk about that. So then job completed. So we'll have that one. We just replace your neighbor's roof. Job in progress right here. So we're going to go back. Once the job's scheduled, 50 closest neighbors, we're replacing your neighbor's roof, or we just got your neighbor's roof covered by insurance. The morning of the job, put 20 to 30 door hangers that say, excuse the mess. 2 to 3 times throughout the day, check to see who took the door hanger down and knock that door, all that. Something that I added, I made this presentation a while ago, but something that I think is pretty freaking awesome is the night before, say, hey, it's a really messy process. It's kind of crazy as we're getting everything set up. We have our crews are going to arrive maybe in a couple of trucks. Things might blow in. Roof replacements it's dirty business. So can you do me a huge favor and just warn your neighbors that we're going to be out here, and give them my phone number just so if anything does come up that we can help. That is encouraging them to be neighborly. That's not you asking them to give you a referral. That's saying, hey, send a text to your neighbors and let them know that I'm here. Send them my contact info. So if anything happens, or if the job is messy or anything, then we're in the area. Then morning of job, you show up and you put a door hanger similar to this up. And that's going to be able to give you just something to talk about. So 2 to 3 times throughout the day, definitely in the morning, kind of while the delivery trucks come in and all of that, like that's kind of a big commotion when the roof's getting torn off, like one of the more visually like interesting parts of the job. Have a guy there checking out, seeing who took the door hanger off, who's in their driveway and all that, introducing themselves. Maybe in the middle of the day, again, who took the door hanger off? How are we checking that? And then as we're going from towards the end of the day, as we're wrapping up, same thing. If it's a multiple day job, hey, you might do the same thing the next day. The goal is to be in front of the neighbors. Who do we know probably needs to get their roof replaced? The neighbors of the person whose roof you're replacing. So be bold here. This is some of the best leads that you can get. These aren't really cold leads at this point either, because you already are familiar to them. So do that. As you're doing this, take before and after pictures. So say the job finishes, you send a text message, hey, how was your experience, blah, blah, blah. You have before and after pictures. Now we are going to take a picture of the roof. I don't love this template actually, but we'll do something like that, and we'll post it. Hey, thanks so much. We just finished Mrs. Jones's roof on ABC Lane and blah, blah, blah. Thanks for trusting us with your project. If you need anything, please let me know. Once you've done that, run an ad, target it a 1 to 2 mile radius for about $5 a day to just create conversations. You can do Messenger, Objective, you can do that. This is something you can do from your phone. This isn't complicated, technical. This is something you need as a business owner. You should be able to do. It's not hard. And if you can get this done every time, it will build up a really big audience for you. Also, add the address to a more broad ad campaign that, once again, we can teach you how to run yourself. Pretty simple, of where in your neighborhood, and have that a 1 to 2 mile radius around that address. So the ads could look similar to this. Homeowners, if you see this ad, that means we're replacing a roof within 1 to 2 miles of your home. Blah, blah, blah. We're replacing your neighbor's roof. If you see this ad, blah, blah, blah. We're in your neighborhood, blah, 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 blah. So you see, basically just kind of having this ad. So these ads, when they're running, it's a 1 to 2 mile radius around the different jobs that you've done recently. So these people hopefully have gotten your 3 postcards now, because remember we sent, there's my puppy in the background. Remember we sent one when the inspection, we're checking out your neighbor's roof. We're replacing your neighbor's roof. We just replaced your neighbor's roof. Now you put door hanger 1, door hanger 2. Now the direct neighbors maybe got text message 1 and text message 2. They are seeing your yard sign. They're seeing the spectacle of the roof replacement. So we're all over these people. And now they're seeing your ads all over Facebook. And they saw the ad of their neighbor's roof potentially that literally said their street name on the ad. So they're just like, oh my gosh, they're everywhere. So we're giving them a ton of input of this is what it is like when you work with us, but also look at how much roofing is just all of a sudden in your life because you're neighbors. So we're trying to get them to be aware and be aware that, hey, maybe I need to get my roof checked out. So once you mark the job as complete, we want to send a thank you letter. Dope Marketing, love them, can allow you to do a handwritten letter. You can send cookies. I have some cool strategies there that we can do that. And then also about 30 days to 45 days after the job, do what no one else does and just say, hey, how was it? And all that. The good thing is you can automate a lot of this stuff. So we're not asking you to remember to do everything. We just want you to have a system built out. And you can do this yourself with enough effort, or you can hire me to do it and I'll do it more efficiently, faster, and you won't have to come up with all the stuff yourself. So I know it's a lot. Here's the thing though, you can do this. This is something that you can implement. We want to help, but think about the time that it takes. Your time is valuable. Your time is the profit, is basically as valuable as the profitability within your company. You need to make sure that if you do implement this stuff, you're not doing it in a way that just is giving you another job. It needs to fit in with what you're doing. And that's what we specialize in. That's why you hire us to do some of this stuff with you and alongside of you. What to take away? Your most powerful marketing is done where you already have a presence. So that is going to be where you're already working. You need to understand that, and you need to understand that you can ingrain that marketing within your sales process. 2, use print marketing. It's not dead. It's incredibly effective. You've heard us, if you're in this group, and really the roofing industry's gotten pretty good about it because our friend Dave is very loud, but do it. It works. You need to have something like this. It's something that they can hold, that is refreshing and that is helpful, and it works, especially when you're doing some of these other things and combining it with some digital stuff. Facebook, it's a powerful branding tool. It's not necessarily where you're going to get just piles and piles of high quality leads if you do a broad ad campaign. With that being said, if you do things very specifically, then it's going to just pile on what's already working. Do the We're in Your Neighborhoods ad. Do the before and after pictures and ads. That's something to post anyways. The other thing is ask for referrals, and you can standardize the way you do that. And you don't have to ask for referrals after you've already finished the job. You can ask for referrals within your process. Before you've even signed a check, you can already have them talking to you with their neighbors. And that's going to be really important. So feeding your machine. Once you have this built, all of a sudden, the way that you get your leads becomes less important. Not to say that there aren't some more effective than others, but there's a ton of ways to feed the machine. You can do Google ads. You can do local service and LSA ads. You can do Facebook ads. You can do direct mail to neighborhoods. You can do social media posting. You can do TV, radio. You can use Nextdoor, Yelp, Angie's List, Home Advisor. It doesn't really matter. And yeah, I'm a marketer. I'm telling you, maybe you can use Home Advisor. Why? Because we are trying to make one lead valuable and more valuable and use that one lead to get multiple other leads. So one lead, whether even if on Facebook you're getting one lead on $1,000, which is not what we want, but say that did happen. If you're able to turn that one lead into the trigger that started all of this stuff, and now you got 3 or 4 jobs out of it, And then those 3 or 4 jobs snowballed into potentially more, and they got referrals and all of that. All of a sudden, you are really not having to worry so much about the quality of like everything. It's just a matter of how can you turn one into more. And that's the big thing. And that's what a good sales and marketing system can do, to where you don't have to be reliant on any of these individual channels. They're just a way to put people into your already working ecosystem. So create your flywheel, right? We already talked about it, but I hope it hits differently now. Positioning. We want you to be positioned properly within your business. That's going to be how easy you are to be found. We want you to have the attack strategy. That's going to be the jobs around the job sites, the direct mail around inspections and completed jobs, canvassing and door hangers around that. And then scalable implementation is taking the stuff that we put in this system and putting it together in a process that your team can do for you, because we don't want you having another job. So what do you do with all this information? Watch this video. You can watch this, you can watch some other ones, and you can probably put all this stuff together in a way. I'm not here to say that we have all these secrets. In fact, what I just went over is a big piece of what we do for most people. There's obviously going to be some things I save for our clients, but for the most part, there's not a big reveal or big curtain once you're on the inside. What there is accountability. There's us working with you hand in hand and putting things together in a way that might be automated, and doing a lot of this stuff to where you're not reliant on anyone but yourself. That's the goal, is to make it so this isn't just another process. This isn't another job. We want this to be the reason that your business is growing, because of what you're doing and your implementation of this stuff, not because of what everyone else is doing. It's Black Friday coming up. Not doing a discount because I don't think that I should. I don't think discounting services is really going to be helpful for anybody. But what I will say is we'll have a special payment plan that will allow you to spread the payment out and really see it working before you have to fork up a lot of money. So message me if that's something that you want to do. It's only good until the end of this week, and I'm working one-on-one with people, so I cannot take on unlimited clients. We have probably a few spots left right now. So act now, act fast. Don't know when we'll be opening things back up. I only have so many hours, and I want to make sure that the clients that I'm working with are getting all of my attention. So message me if you want to talk. We'll schedule something and we'll get something going. Thank you guys. Have a great Thanksgiving. Appreciate you, and go crush it. See ya.